What's up, YouTube? This is Carlos Talamantes here with a Neos combo video. And so I'm just going to be doing some test hands and stuff like that. Just random, I'm just going to pick random cards and I'm just going to show you what I would do with them if I drew a hand like that. I'm not going to waste your guys' time with the random brick hands. We all know how the deck can brick. We all know, like, for example, with the standard version, if you draw in two increase, you already know what that hand is, man. Like there's no need to waste your time. It's either you have a one card Vion or a one card Fusion Destiny or not, or whatever, or one card Hero List combo. There's just a bunch of different like little. Every deck has its bricks, so I don't want to waste your guys' time with that. So I'm just gonna show you guys a few things that come to my mind when playing this deck. So as I said, I like to play this deck mostly going second. Um, Henceforth, the super polys, the thrust, and the droplets, and stuff like that. Also, other versions of this deck, as you guys know, play. I play Fusion Destiny in some of these lists because you can search it off of Philosopher's Stone, which is really cool because most of your deck is searchable. So yeah, I'm gonna just let's pick a hand. Let's do like weird hands, right? Let's just go like regular like engine stuff. I don't know, foolish. Let's like what I actually let me show off these. That is the same thing. Okay. All right. So like I said before, the whole deck is searchable. Even if like with this, yeah, it's foolish, but you have three Neos fusions, and then you have three thrusts to get into stuff like this, or do the same thing that this does but better. So you want to go Crosskeeper, Special Summon Spirit. Oh, I like to go second, so I guess we'll draw an extra card, right? So what's just the drop it, so that's really nice. So activate effect. We are going to get our engage. Then we're going to summon Stratos, activate effect. We're going to activate effect, and we are going to get to our list. Activate engage, pitching the Shadow Mist. And the cool thing about this right here is that it's cost. It's cost to send. So you either way, worst case scenario, if they ashes or something, you at least get to send your miss, and you get to send the Neospatian. It says send one Neospatian or and elemental hero from either to the graveyard, semicolon. So it's a cost. So you're always going to be able to trigger your Shadow Mist, worst case scenario. So that's a very good thing to do. Very good thing to know. It helps you a lot if you're playing with around like Ash Blossom. And then also if you have cards like the Vision Hero package in this deck, it allows you to, like, if you get stopped on here, it allows you to follow up with Ferris and then being able to still get to the poly if this gets canceled out. So we're gonna resolve this, and we're gonna special. So I'm gonna look at my hand real quick. This is my hand. In this situation, so if you're going first, you have an opportunity to attack their hand right here. If you're going first, and you can pitch a card. You can pitch a card right away. Look at their hand so you know exactly what board you want to make. If you're going second, one thing that I would probably do, and a lot of people always forget about this, but you go with the Panther. Why? Because it can copy an effect. So if they have like a card like, I don't know, I don't even know. I haven't even really thought about it. But if they have a card like Draco Stapelia out or whatever, and you copy their effect, you now have a negate. I gotta reread Draco Stapelia, but essentially, it's a copy. So it helps you protect, from certain things. So that's that's one big advantage. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna resolve get the poly, and I'm going to get my miss search. Poly, miss search. these to our hand, we got 5 cards. So let's tag this out. We're going to tag this out for Neos. From here, we're going to activate polymerization. And we are going to fuse these off. We're going to fuse these off. Where you at? For now, again, you're going second, so it doesn't matter really attack or defense. You can keep this in attack. Oftentimes, like I was play testing with this deck earlier, and I was kept on thinking like, you know, I'm always going to special summon this in defense because it's super weak, right? And I looked at it, it's like it has 1,000 attack. Well, it's like attacking with a mist, you know. So sometimes that extra 1,000 damage, you know, really helps. Plus, you're going to end up getting rid of this anyway, so it doesn't truly matter. So Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, it helps because if you have a card like Philosopher's Stone, you can search out the Karibo right away and then discard it with the Liquid Soldier. So that way, Philosopher's Stone, search it with the Infernal Rage, discard it with the Liquid Soldier. So Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, and discard it with this. So that way, Philosopher's Stone's live. Then you can follow up with a card like Fusion Destiny. You can follow up with, name that card Super Poly or whatever. Neos Fusion, Miracle Fusion, if you know the tribute gets stopped or whatever. So we're gonna do this. I have Foolish Burial right now, but I also kind of wanted to explain that so that way you guys know that you don't need to open up cards like this. You can still, you know, make Philosopher's Stone live at all times. And the cool thing about it too is that, you know, yeah, this pays life points, but if you're playing it going, if your deck is able to go second, then life points don't matter. You're gonna take your opponent's life points down to 0, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you pay, as long as you're still alive, you're gonna try to kill them or lock them out of the game. So, draw 2, discard 1. Oh, you drew it. Oh man, that's a good. Okay, so well, there goes our Foolish. You know, we're gonna either Foolish a name or we're gonna Foolish the Karibo. You got a couple of different options right there. So discard the Karibo tribute. And really, you just want to start putting threatening things on the board. Effect stuff that threatens damage. So worst case scenario from here. Let's see. Oh shoot, I forgot. I still have to trigger him. So let's just trigger him right. Let's go back. I don't want to confuse you guys. So draw 2 more. Put back 1. So you can put back this right here. So one thing I really enjoy about this deck is that you get a lot of advantage off of it. You got a lot of different bodies, so this is what allows you to play multiple fusion cards. You know, like right now my list is only playing 1 polymerization, but this really makes me want to play 2 because you think about it like this. If you have a card like you have cards in your extra deck like Guardian Chimera and Magnum the Reliever, being able to put back things like Poly if you don't want to get into another engage, and also draw a card and have a pop. And all in all, it doesn't mess with what you have going on already, you know? So, I'm going to attribute this. Special Summon Sunrise, and we're going to get that Miracle Search. Like I said, you know, there's a lot of advantage to be had. You want to make sure that you have what you need to kill your opponent. Okay, so if you want to also even get some extra draws, you can do something like this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's send the Panther for Neos. You know, for damage, right? Let's Foolish the Panther back, so that way we keep our names up, right? So now we got 3 Neospatians still. We can Ian Shuffle, banish this, put back the Neo so we can get draws, and there we go. See, it's that easy. It really is that easy sometimes. Okay, so Miracle Fusion. a couple of different options, right? What you can do, right here, oftentimes what you can do is go Neos Wingman, or you can even go something like, Wake Up your Elemental Hero. But if you want, you can fuse with the Neos right here and then bring out the Wingman. But I'm going to keep this up for damage purposes. And all in all, you still have cards in your hand. So we're going to activate Philosopher's Stone. We're, we're going to make sure that we kill our opponent. Still, same cards in hand. You can still get rid of some stuff, discard, and then you have your 3 Neospatians plus your Neos right here, all, while still keeping your engine intact, the core of what you're trying to do intact. And then also, if you wanted to get rid of these, you have a Karibo summon on top of that now. So that's what I think is pretty cool. So we're gonna go Neos Fusion. We're gonna go Neos, and we're gonna go Dark Arm. And this whole time we had a card like Droplet. So, and we could have searched out, like right away off of the engage, we could have searched out or dumped the Karibo from the very beginning to make the Philosopher's Stone that we had live. So things like we could have had this already. We could have already searched out this if we wanted to. But now, if you wanted to, say if you didn't kill him with this, right? You have all this to fall back on. And then also, you you wipe their board, you tag out or whatever. Let's just go. Let's go. No, because we're gonna summon him, right? See, we can even. The cool thing about it is that we can even snipe cards out of the hand too. There's just a couple of like nice options that we have, but the point of the matter is that you're gonna be able to favor contact right here. You're gonna be able to favor contact on their draw phase, so you kill their board. You favor contact on their draw phase. Now they can't win. There's nothing that they can do about it. So those are the type of little things that I really like. So favor contact, like I said, here, right here, right here. And even if for some reason like Nibiru happens or whatever, you still have a couple of really cool things to fall back on. You didn't have to overcommit to everything. Like I said, you were able to get into the Super Poly early. You had a couple of different draw cards. There's a lot of cool little things. Let's see. Let me try to give you guys. So there's Thrust. Go Live. Stone. Let me give you guys the goods. So I mean, the thing about it is like with this list, like what I want you to see is that Thrust can search literally all of this. Which this searches literally this, and like if you when you look at it, Stone has targets for Super Poly, Neos Fusion. There's multiple Neos Fusions, um, Miracle Fusion, Poly, and obviously like Fusion Destiny. But one thing I wanted to also point out in my last videos, I strongly feel like branded fusion should be played in this deck. When I was sleeving up my cards for the deck profile, I forgot that I didn't sleeve it up in time, and one Fallen of Alvast and one branded fusion should be in this deck. Why? Because Philosopher's Stone and Thrust search it. And oftentimes, when you draw those weird hands, you can sending the mist, and then also using cards like I forgot if it's Albion or whatever, the Miracle Fusion, that can help you play when you're searching Neos and Liquid. And so little things like that, goes a long way. So Branded Fusion, Fallen of Outbash should be in this list. I have yet to unsleeve them, but they should be in every one of the lists, to be honest. And plus, it's only two cards for that engine. It is completely searchable. So, here list, activate. We're just gonna show you without having to special summon Spirit off a Crosskeeper. And the cool thing about the other versions is, like, as you see, yeah, I open up the hero list, but if you open up this, you don't need your normal summon at all. So that's something to keep in mind when you're throwing other engines in deck. Not needing your normal summon really helps out a lot. So activate, 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 resolve. Um, so that makes it to where things like for a tip for you guys who are playing Neos, makes it to where you're able to play cards like Raw Sphere mode. You know, you can't super poly Phantom of Bell because it can't be used as a fusion material, but you have other ways to play around that. You know, you can tribute all three of the monsters. You contribute um, the Soul Rage. You contribute the Phantom. You contribute the Unchained Rank 6 monster. So we're gonna get this moving now. All in all, it's all the same stuff for the most part. Let's see what this hand is. Neos Fusion. You know what? For this version, let's just go. Because the cool thing about it is that in this version, you can search favorite contact without having to use Infernal Rage. So worst case scenario, you have ways to get to it, right? So tell you out. Another option that you could have had is that you could have searched the Ian Shuffle, shuffle this back out, bring out a second Neos, and then have once you fuse it off, you can banish this to draw one too. So special search. I mean, we're gonna fuse. Same old, same old. So trailing point, trailing two. We're gonna search the Karibo right here. And we're gonna do that discard play that we were talking about. So resolve, draw two, one. The cool thing about this too is that it's not once per turn, y'all. Discard the cream. It's not once per turn. Yeah, you're paying your half your life points, but you're always gonna have half your life points, right? You're paying half what the hero is, and it doesn't matter if you're gonna win the game. If they can't activate cards and they can't break your board, they're not gonna win the game. So tribute effect. Cool thing about this too is it also helps you with all your follow up. Miracle Fusion. Right here, we're just gonna push. I know I only drew 5 cards. I should have drew a 6, but it's whatever. The point of the matter is you're gonna try to kill him. So blow up cards. Activate Philosopher's Stone. You have the Karibo Engrave. Search Super Poly. You can even activate a second one because you can try to break their board right here. So from here, you can even use one on your turn and then use one on your opponent's turn. Let's go for another fusion. And so from here, let's go Neos Fusion. so I just really like this guy. I really like going for him. Just putting on the pressure. So you can start working on their board. You have a Karibo summon. You have a Karibo summon if you want to get rid of stuff like this. So another cool thing about searching Super Poly is that you can literally go attack, and let's see how big this is, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, that's 18. So 18, he's 49. So you can go attack. You can straight up go like this is right? Straight up go attack. No, he is 49 plus 4 because of sunrise, 53. So you can go attack, 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 activate Super Poly during battle. Fuse all these. Fuse all these for a wake up. Tack, tack, tack. You know, like there's a lot of cool little different things that you can do. And then you can set the favorite contact. You could have also searched out another Super Poly if you wanted to. You could have searched out another Super Poly if you wanted to. I know the thing with this deck too is that it's not super like so the only truly straightforward thing is the engage play, which is the majority of the deck. But other than that, it's kind of what the deck is kind of what you make of it, right? So I'm going to be deck profiling the next version of this deck coming up, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that one. That is going to have a whole nother engine along with it. There's so many different variants that I'm going to be posting soon. And so I just hope you guys enjoy. But it's definitely fun playing with this. A lot of fun playing with this. I really enjoy it because it's different, right? And plus, it has its own power cards that I wish we were able to use in the main deck. But all right, y'all. I'll catch you guys later. And remember, sometimes you're the only hero that somebody will ever see.